Now, Stellenbosch University has expelled Theuns du Toit. This after he was filmed urinating on the belongings of Babalo Ndwayana earlier this year. The university has found du Toit guilty of racism, saying there's no place for discrimination and conduct that infringes on the dignity of others. Ndwayana was absent during the disciplinary proceedings after he walked out because he was dissatisfied with the panel. 8 witnesses are said to have appeared before the Disciplinary Committee. Du Toit has been granted 5 working days to appeal the findings against him. Now, staying with that story, we're joined by Nomonde Gxilishe, attorney representing Babalo Ndwayana. Nomonde, very good morning. Thanks for speaking to us. Do you feel that justice has prevailed?
Good morning, Hugo. Yes, we definitely feel that justice has prevailed. This is exactly the outcome that we were seeking from the university. And we are quite happy to see that, after fighting very hard at the previous appearance exactly a month ago, the disciplinary committee, or the university rather, is taking this matter seriously and has decided to take decisive action in the matter.
Now, Babalo walked out of proceedings around the case. Can you tell us why?
Yeah, it's exactly a month ago, funny enough, where we had preliminary issues to deal with, particularly us supporting him during the hearing, and that request being denied, unreasonably by the committee. So just with how that matter was dealt with and the reasoning of the chair of the committee at that time, it left him feeling that the panel is not going to be objective. If they can't be objective with just this preliminary matter where we are saying, or he is saying he needs support during the hearing, not necessarily legal representation, then he did not see how, when it comes to the merits of the matter, that the committee is going to be objective at all.
Now, how was that panel constituted?
I don't recall exactly the names, but we did have a chairperson who is apparently a professor at the university, and then a few supporting members of the university staff.
I suppose the one thing that we'd like to understand is, did you get a chance to speak to students at the establishment just to get a sense of sentiment on race relations? We have on the day that we were at the university, and even post, that appearance, we had quite a few members of society, quite a few students contacting us via social media platforms, supporting what we've done as the UNISA Law Clinic for Babalo, and feeling very grateful because it is a situation that a lot of students are struggling with, but failing to address, because it just never gets heard. It never gets resolved. So we did receive a lot of feedback. We've received petitions signed by over 100,000 students, supporting or requesting that the student be expelled, because this is really a reality for most students, but it has never been dealt with in the manner that Babalo's case was dealt with. Now, the university says in a statement that their values are excellence, accountability, and mutual respect and compassion. Are you convinced that these values are embraced across all races at the institution?
That is definitely not the impression that we received when we went there a month ago. But like I said, we suspect that the pressure that was put by us as Babalo's representatives when we were at the university and subsequent to that hearing, because you will note and understand that even after that hearing, we did not leave the matter open. We did not let it go. We put pressure on the Vice Chancellor of the university about our dissatisfaction with the panel. So we truly believe that pressure had to be put on the university to really see this matter as a serious one, and to see how it has affected the victim in this situation.
Now, the CDC, accordingly, does not normally make public investigations and outcomes of trials such as this, but they've gone and done that. What does this infer, certainly about the pressure that you've been putting and potentially the position of the university going forward?
Look, it's always been a public matter from the beginning, and there were quite a few people within the university trying to persuade Babalo at the beginning to keep this private and, just to deflate him and
to minimize the effect that it has had on him. But, we maintained that this is a matter of public interest. And like I said, after this incident, a lot of students came out, the student representatives came out to really say that this is a reality for many students. So there was no way that we would really agree to keep it private. Otherwise, we would also be perpetuating this kind of behavior. So I think, yes, the pressure has contributed to the university seeing it and having to be accountable to the whole South African community who have an interest in this kind of matter.
So now that he's been found guilty, are you pressing any further charges, or criminal charges, or a civil suit of some sort on the cards?
Yes, the criminal matter is still pending, the civil suit as well. We have said this before that, our instruction and our mandate as the UNISA Law Clinic is to assist him beyond the university. The university disciplinary hearing was only a part of what needed to be addressed in this whole situation. It's got quite a few legs that need to be addressed, and yes, criminal proceedings are still going ahead as well as the civil.
Now, who's the civil suit targeted at? Is it targeted at both parties, being the defendant in this matter and the Stellenbosch University?
For now, it will be against the perpetrator. For now, there is no reason to hold Stellenbosch accountable for anything in this respect. But, should anything arise at a later stage, he's still reserving his right to institute civil action against the university as well.
Nomonde Gxilishe, thank you so much for your time. And she's an attorney representing Babalo regarding that situation at Stellenbosch University, where Theuns du Toit has been found guilty in that racism charge.